Hi, Chris Popper here in Bangor. I'm joined by Coach Mark Shields. Hidden behind the start of a beard for No Shavember and down in Bar Harbor. And Coach, it's great to see you. I know Tuesday was very traumatic for the students, the staff, the community. You had practice yesterday when there was no school. How was that getting together with the boys and the team?
Yeah, right. So Tuesday was a wild day around here for sure. Um, Something that I had never experienced. Been here. This is 27 years at MDI, and um, walking through the hallways and seeing people guarding areas of the school, and you know, with you know some pretty intense weapons in their hands, and yeah, it was surreal at times, but yeah, we did get through that, thank goodness, and no one was harmed, and so we weren't able to practice Tuesday night, obviously, and so yesterday we brought the kids in around noontime, and we practiced from 12 to 2:30, and the way we've approached the week, since Tuesday was, well, Tuesday is normally a work day, Wednesday is a work day, and Thursday is more of a walkthrough. So we're approaching it where yesterday was our first work day, and tonight will be a work day as well, Thursday. And then we're bringing the kids in. I normally bring them in before a home game around 4:30. I'm going to bring them in around 3:30 so we can do a little more walkthrough, and make up for some of that lost time. But you know, the kids are doing great. I think for starters, it was a beautiful day yesterday, and I think the kids needed some normalcy, and it was great to get back into the building, and so getting up on the field felt great. I mean, I had a couple guys that say, "Geez, I'm just glad we're up here," and so it was good in that regard, and we had a really good practice. The kids are, they're focused. I talked to them. I said, "Hey, we've been through a lot in the last 24 hours. Um, so while we're out here for 2.5 hours, let's just focus on football and try to forget for right now, give us a break from some of that other stuff we've been dealing with." And I think that was good for all of us. I know it was good for me and my coaches and definitely the kids. So yeah, it was a good practice, and it was just great to be out there.
It was probably good to be around the team. I mean, the team becomes your family. You're concerned about your family, and I know Coach Arnold had talked about the pack, and it's really probably comforting to be around the pack.
No doubt. Yeah. Great point, Chris. When you're coaching, they those kids become your family.
Right.
Obviously I have my own son out there, but I've been doing this a long time, and no matter how the day is going, when you get out there on the field and you're with those kids, it's like you are with family, and you can kind of let your guard down and be yourself and comfort one another, and I think that was really good for those kids to be able to do that, and the coaches. So you're right. Yep.
I,
Just a big family.
I mean, I've been accused of being the biggest homer that there is in broadcasting, and whether I'm broadcasting an MDI or an Ellsworth game, and people say that you can tell you don't even have to listen to the score. You can tell how they're doing based upon whether I'm up, I'm down, or how I sound broadcasting. And I've explained to people as absolutely. I've watched these kids grow up. I am with them for the entire season. If it's basketball, I spend December through February. I see them 3 or 4 times a week, and absolutely, I want them to win. And I'm an unabashed homer. And I mean, it's yeah, listen somewhere else if you don't like it. But I mean, that's the way it is. And I want these kids to succeed. I hate when MDI and Ellsworth plays each other because someone has to lose. But when I broadcast an MDI game, I want MDI to win. When I broadcast an Ellsworth game, I want Ellsworth to win. And it's just after doing this for 18 years or so, it's just the way it is. And you know, it becomes a family. I mean, I'm on the bus with the kids, and it is. Um, so for how are injuries? Tell me about getting ready for Waterville.
Yeah, so knock on wood, we're pretty healthy. Um, we actually picked up a kid, Jaron Beekert, who he ended up getting hurt early on, like a preseason game, maybe a Stearns and then Dexter. I don't think he could finish the Dexter game, and so he's not going to suit up Friday night because he needs to have a certain amount of days to get back, come back to play protocol, which is 5 days, which he won't get. But he's out there practicing, which is nice. And, he's another really good athlete and good kid. So we're glad to have him back. Aiden Grant seems to be improving nicely. He talked to me today, actually, in class and just said, Coach, I feel like I want to get out there. And he's been basically watching practices, and he did some walkthrough stuff yesterday with the offense. And today, I think he wants to try to do a little bit more. He's been working with Dan Vibert, so our trainer. So the early part of practice is special teams and defense, which we haven't had him on. So for that part of practice, he's in with Dan doing, putting him through his paces.
Yeah.
Yeah, treatment and that sort of stuff, riding bikes and icing and all the stuff he's supposed to do. And he's been fabulous. He's done exactly what he's supposed to do. And it's hard sometimes with a teenage guy like that. They're not like you and I. They're not old and slow, and they want to be out there running around, and we don't. But so he's taking that seriously, and he's worked hard to get himself healthy, and we plan on starting him Friday night against Waterville. And you asked about Waterville, like we said on Monday. Waterville's the defending Northern Maine champion. I mean, they are the champs, and we have never beaten them in 8-man football. We've played them 3 times. We played them twice last year. One was a playoff game, and we played them once this year, and we've lost all 3. So, in my mind, they're the favorite. I mean, they're the champ, and you got to try to take them down. So, they're going to be ready. They're very well coached. They have some real good talent on that team. They're fast, athletic. They have some size to them. They're a legitimate football team. They're good. I mean, you don't win as many games as they have in the last couple of years and not be good. So yeah, it's going to be a big test for us, and we're hoping we can give them everything we have and come out on top at the end.
Tonight's going to have a tailgate party. I think it's been 4 or 5 years since there's been a big tailgate party down at MDI High School, and I don't think it could come at a better time to be able to celebrate the successes of all the fall sports teams, but also, you know, Tuesday was a week and a half, and it's a chance for the community to get together and see each other, hug each other, and just celebrate what being a Trojan's about.
Yeah, absolutely, Chris. I totally agree, and I think it's going to be nice, like you said, for people to get together, and people need one another. At the end of the day, we need people in our lives that care about us, and we care about them, and so that would be wonderful if they can get a good crowd for that. It's not just supporting the football program, it's supporting all the fall sports teams, and
Correct.
we've had some great seasons. I mean, cross country once again, great year. Soccer, they got to the semifinals, the boys, and it's volleyball. They were one
Right.
game from states, I think. So
Yeah.
and I'm sure I'm forgetting other teams, but it's been a nice fall for the sports teams, and it'd be nice to celebrate that. And if you can stick around after, that would be wonderful too, to go watch the football game at 7 o'clock.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, it would be great to have the football stands full, do the boogaloo, sing along with the band, and just cheer as loudly as you can. And it's a great way to get out some pent up aggression, and it's a good, safe way to do it.
Yep, absolutely. And it sounds like the weather is going to be phenomenal.
Who would believe it's 60 degrees the first week of November. I haven't used a bag of pellets yet, and yeah, it's fantastic,
Right.
fantastic.
Yeah. No, it's the weather tomorrow night's, I don't know, in the 50s maybe by
Yeah,
kickoff.
yeah. I mean, it's, maybe get into the high 40s, but yeah, you can't argue with this. I mean, we played in snow, we played in mud, and for it to be clear and high 40s, low 50s that's ideal football weather.
Absolutely.
So, all right, Coach, we'll let you go today, and good luck this afternoon in practice tomorrow, and save room for a hot dog, and we'll see you on Friday night.
All right. Sounds good. Thanks, Chris.